So today I want to talk about some of the symbols that we see when we think about Lent and as we go into the Easter season. Some objects, some plants, some animals that you would see during Lent and Easter. The first symbol are the nails. And if we count, we can see that there are 3 long, thick nails. And these are the nails that held Jesus up to the cross. One for each of his hands, his left hand, one for his right hand, and one more to hold his feet to the cross. Next we have a bird, and this bird is called a dove. And when we think of a dove, it's usually a symbol of peace and hope, and the Holy Spirit often takes the form of a dove whenever it's giving us a sign of hope and peace. Next we have the Easter lily, which is a plant that we just see around Easter time. It likes to bloom in this part of the year. We also have some bread, and bread we see a lot in the Bible, but it really makes me think of the Last Supper when Jesus shares his last meal with his disciples, and this is the meal they share right before Jesus is condemned to death. We also have some palms, and palms grew a lot in the area where Jesus lived, and on Palm Sunday, the people of Jerusalem put down the palms onto the road when Jesus rode through town on his donkey in celebration. So we also see the donkey that he rode on Palm Sunday as he went into Jerusalem. Also with the theme of palms, we have the ashes. And we saw the ashes, and we put ashes on our foreheads in the sign of a cross on Ash Wednesday. And these ashes come whenever the priests will burn the palm branches, and it turns into these ashes. And we put the ashes on our head in the sign of a cross to remind us that we too will die, ashes to ashes. But it's okay because we have hope in Jesus and his resurrection. Next we have a fish, and we see fish, we can think of fishermen, fishing boats. We eat a lot of fish during Lent because we abstain from meat on Fridays. We have the 3 crosses, and if we remember, when Jesus was crucified, he was crucified in the middle, and on his left and on his right were thieves who were also crucified. We have a lamb, and a lamb we can think of shepherds will help the lambs. We think of being sheep in a flock, and also Jesus is often referred to as the Good Shepherd. We have the crown of thorns, and if you think who usually wears a crown, crowns are usually worn by kings or queens, and people did not like that Jesus was being referred to as a king. So they made him a crown, but they made it out of thorns, and these thorns are very long and sharp, and so when they put it on his head, it made him bleed and it hurt a lot. And lastly, we have a rosary, and a rosary is a tool that we can use to pray. And we often pray different novenas, the Rosary, the Divine Mercy Chaplet. Different sorts of prayers can be prayed on the Rosary, and this is a way that we can speak to God.